as I've said all along, certainly the guys that are in the room and our guys that aren't here, we have a lot of information and we put it together. Now we get to pick them, and it's fun.
The War Room this afternoon into this evening. Major League Baseball's 2009 amateur draft. The Arizona Diamondbacks getting very busy. I mean busy. 8 of the first 100 picks. We'll keep an eye on that tonight, but also, and more importantly, the gentlemen in the big leagues, the San Francisco Giants, going head-to-head with the Arizona Diamondbacks. More importantly than anything else, it's great to be back home with you. Hello there once again, everybody. He is Mark Grace. My name is Darren Sutton, and this is the day we can talk about the Diamondbacks and their organization. Let's talk about the young men. This is the day that many young men have their dreams come true.
A lot of guys didn't sleep last night, and they've been waiting by the phone all day. Back when I did it, there was no cell phones. We had to stay home all day and wait by the phone. Now you can kind of do your thing, and it's not so nerve-wracking. But I had the whole family around, and unfortunately, it took me 2.5 days to get that call, Darren.
Well, these gentlemen did not have to wait very long. When you take a look at Bobby Bortring, a switch hitter, a power hitter, A.J. Pollock could play some in the middle infield as well. We'll see. Matt Davidson, he's my favorite in this draft so far. A young man that I was able to see at the Aflac game last year. Really thinks the game, plays the game, can play over at first as well. That's the draft so far for the Diamondbacks. Their skipper, A.J. Hinch, his thoughts on what it means today.
Today is a time, I think, for organizations to start to build momentum, organizations to start building the future, and it's an exciting day, whether you're a player, whether you're in the front office, whether you're in a major league staff, major league players. I mean, everyone's going to pay attention to today because everybody out there are a few undrafted players that are on our field, but for the most part, everybody remembers what it's like to sit by the phone and wait for it to ring, and what team is it going to be, and how high did I get picked.
No, that's exactly what he's talking about. Let's talk about the pitching matchup today, though. Billy Buckner is on the mound for the Arizona Diamondbacks. 2 of his 3 starts have been fabulous, both on the road against the Oakland A's and the Los Angeles Dodgers. And Alabama boy Matt Cain, what a season he's having.
Yeah, Billy Buckner's going to have to be extra sharp today because he's going against a red-hot Matt Cain, a great fastball, a couple of really good off-speed pitches. He's 7-1. He's finally getting some run support, Darren, and this guy is some kind of special. Billy Buckner, on the other hand, he threw 6 shutout innings his last start against the best team in baseball, the Los Angeles Dodgers. So you know he's feeling confident.
All right, so for these Diamondbacks, the day that they draft, they also focus on the southern part of the United States because when you talk about for the Diamondbacks yesterday, it was Jake Peavy, Alabama boy, really taking it to him. Peavy was fabulous. Oh, you think you love Sweet Home Alabama? How about today? Matt Cain, Alabama boy as well. Strap it on, Diamondbacks. This will be a battle tonight, draft day or not. brought to you by APS, the official power partner of the Diamondbacks, by Southwest Airlines. They're ready when you are. Go to southwest.com, grab your bag. It is on.
We're just about set for baseball here at Chase Field. Game 1 of a 3-game series between the Giants and the Diamondbacks. Before we get to baseball, so some big news that has been in the hearts and minds of Diamondback fans everywhere. It was on May 20th when left-handed relief pitcher Scott Schoenweis left the team to deal with the death of his wife, Gabrielle Dawn. Schoenweis said he thought about quitting baseball but decided to return to doing what he's been doing his entire life, which is playing baseball. He has been activated and is in the Diamondbacks bullpen tonight and is available to pitch should A.J. Hinch need him.
I think my wife would want me to play as well. And, you know, my son is getting to the age where he's into it as well. So, you know, he understands that he wants Daddy to be a baseball player too. So, you know, it's no matter what day or when, it's not going to be an easy thing or won't be the same. But, you know, I got to take care of my family and you know, this is what I do, and this is what I know how, and so you know, it's time to go back.
And certainly a heavy heart for Scott Schoenweis. The rest of the season, our thoughts and prayers continue to be with his family. To make way for Schoenweis on the Diamondbacks roster, Daniel Schlereth has been sent back to Double-A. When we come back, it's the first pitch between the Giants and the Diamondbacks. Billy Buckner takes the mound at home. He'll take on the San Francisco Giants. Darren Sutton and Mark Grace have the call, and it's next right here on Fox Sports Arizona.
Into town with his San Francisco Giants. They just wrapped up a long trip back east. They have won 10 of their last 15 ball games despite traveling to Washington and Miami. Blimpie's starting lineup for the visiting San Francisco Giants. Aaron Rowan really on a roll. Then it's Edgar Renteria, Randy Wynn, Pablo Sandoval. Fred Lewis, quiet year with regard to RBIs, especially Juan Uribe. Kevin Frenzen back up in the big leagues. Eli Whiteside gives a struggling Benji Molina the night off. Hard to believe he's struggling at all. And Matt Cain is on the mound. Billy Buckner, William Jennings Buckner. Speaking of the draft, he was the Kansas City Royals #2 pick in 2004. Now he, as a professional, has experienced 2 of his 3 finest hours. 2 great starts, Mark Grace. May the 22nd at Oakland. And then June 1st on this recent road trip, as you spoke of earlier, 6 shutout innings. against the Los Angeles Dodgers. What did he do right in L.A.?
Well, he threw all his pitches, and he threw them all for strikes. He got ahead of the hitters. And I know we repeat ourselves a lot, Darren, but whether you're Billy Buckner, the number 5 starter on the ball club, or Dan Herron, the number 1 starter on the ball club, the key to success is get ahead of the hitter. That's what he did in Los Angeles, and he had the Dodgers eaten out of his hand.
The Diamondbacks starting pitchers on this recent road trip had a 1.85 ERA. And they were just 2-2. 2 wins, 2 losses with an ERA of 1.85. As that one misses away. We're underway at Chase Field. Glad to be back home. I tell you, glad to have you folks with us this evening. To the veteran Aaron Rowan, who is rolling. That's what you see a lot, although he misses, not jumping ahead. You see a little bit of sink to go along with a fabulous curveball. Last night had a 17-game hit streak snap. As he misses outside, 3-0 the count. He was 0 for 4 last night. The San Francisco Giants had an experience similar to the Diamondbacks, played a night game in Miami on the plane to Arizona.
There's the first strike of the game.
That's always a fun flight.
Well, we got to go to Oakland.
We
from
went
Miami.
further. That's exactly right. The 3-1. Popped up to the right side, and into the seats it goes. Let's take a look at the Diamondbacks defense. More ground balls than fly balls when he is right. Certainly Parra, CY, and Upton. Good to have Justin back out there. Reynolds, Drew, Lopez, and Weitzel with Montero catching. Back to live action. That one is fouled off. Again, the infield, Reynolds, Drew, Lopez, Weitzel at first. Miguel Montero catches his battery mate. Ground ball, Stephen Drew gobbles it right up and on across in time for the out.
Nice job there by Billy Buckner after falling behind 3-0. Came back and threw 5 straight strikes and ended up retiring Aaron Rowan.
Shortstop number 16, Edgar Renteria.
And so now Edgar Renteria is the next assignment. It was a 7th inning last night in Florida. Sean West was tossing a no-hitter, a single in the 7th by this man. Broke it up. Now a bunt is a base hit early on in this ball game. Renteria hitting just .224. That'll raise the average. A bunt single.
Well, he caught Mark Reynolds playing way back, and as a hitter, when you see somebody playing as far back as Mark Reynolds, you kind of take it as, you know what? He's telling you, I don't think you can bunt. And Edgar Renteria had an answer for it, saying, oh, you just wait.
And he reaches in front of Randy Wynn, though Wynn hitting just .277 with a pair of homers and 23 batted in. He sees a Diamondback. He comes to Chase Field. He's a different hitter, as that one is a strike over the outside. The best hitters ever at Chase Field, Jason Kendall, then J.D. Drew, Chipper Jones, we just saw him here. He proved that. Larry Walker, and then Randy Wynn. That's what he does here. 34 games at Chase Field.
Unbelievable. Some big-time names.
And just my recollections of his success here, Gracie. As that one, good pitch over the inside, 0-2. Some big-time power. He has hit some no-doubters here in this ballpark.
Right-handed, left-handed. He has just pounded the baseball here at Chase Field.
I tell you, that was a quality pitch a moment ago.
It was right on the inside corner at the knees, and that one just locked up Randy Wynn. Let's see if Buckner throws the first curveball of the evening. Right back inside, and just missed. Good 0-2 pitch, though. It was inside. Chris Guccione, our home plate umpire. That's clearly inside, but that's a good 0-2 pitch.
One ball and 2 strike with 1 out. And we talk about a pitch like that. 4 double plays rolled up by Buckner. You can see the movement he's getting. If the curveball's down, it's a ground ball pitch. And that sinking fastball. Good late life on it. What does he throw here, 1 and 2? In on the hands, fly ball right field. Justin Upton is there. A circuitous route, to say the least, as he looks up into the high sky, cloudy skies up above.
It's a beautiful night to have the roof open. And Justin, what was that word you used? You used a really big, like, smart word.
Circuitous route.
He just looked a little uneasy.
That's very well said. Same thing. Creative route.
You're embarrassing me.
Left, right, left, right. Randy Wynn. The big fella, Pablo Sandoval.
He is a free swinger. And Billy Buckner gets his attention with a fastball inside.
One and 0 to Sandoval. And he swings hard all the time. Pokes that one, look at this. And swings at everything. That's the next thought that has to come out of your mouth.
That's an amazing piece of hitting right there. That's not really the swing that hitting coaches teach when you're up 1-0 to chase a ball about a foot off the plate and about ankle high, but the bottom line is he got a base hit. So the big fella.
And he is a popular San Francisco Giant. You could sense it in that locker room today. Announcing his presence with authority. Fun-loving guy, great sense of humor, and just a guy that you can sense his teammates love having. Here's Fred Lewis. That pitch is in.
Billy Buckner really trying to pound these left-handers in with the fastball. Now he falls behind. 2-0 here on Fred Lewis, who pretty good hitter, but man, he's only got 8 RBIs this year.
Hey, you and I were talking about that. Big swing and 2-1 the count.
Nice change up there from Billy Buckner. Got the swing and miss.
And we've seen a little bit more of that. We saw it in LA. We saw it in Oakland. The confidence to pitch backwards. His changeup, with how much he uses it, way up over his other experiences, brief experiences in the big leagues. Using it a lot more, and you can see why. There's that breaking ball. Threw it hard. Got on the side of it just a little bit. Overthrew it, if you will. 3-1 the count.
This is a big pitch here, right, for Billy Buckner. You got a 3-1 count. You got first and second, 2 outs, a left-handed hitter up. And a guy that can hurt you.
Guts to throw the changeup here?
I think it's got to be the fastball.
All right.
He went with the curveball. And that's a heck of a pitch there in second.
You bet it was. He went with an off-speed pitch on 3-1. That's some guts. A 4-3 road trip that was not for A.J. Hinch, and a disappointed manager as he headed home with his club. Let's see if, as they return home, not a good team at all at home, if they can buck that trend. The starting lineup brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Felipe Lopez, Gerardo Parra, and Justin Upton. Good news, the shoulder much better. Stephen Drew, Mark Reynolds, Miguel Montero, all 18 innings caught the other day. Chris Young is in center field. Josh Weitzel had a nice road trip, and Billy Buckner is on the mound. Matthew T. Kane out of Dothan, Alabama. First-round pick of the Giants in 2002. And he is an old-fashioned hardball ball player. There's right at you.
He's going to come with a lot of fastballs. He's developed himself a pretty good changeup and curveball. But he is a power pitcher, a great young arm.
There's a breaking ball, and just like that, he jumps ahead. No balls and 2 strikes. His last outing was washed out, but he got his 5 innings in, so it counts as a complete game. Game 2 of the doubleheader. On the backside of Randy Johnson winning his 300th game, he went 5 innings. It was a complete game. 1 run allowed, a 4-1 win.
Whoa! Faceball. Look at Felipe Lopez. I ain't going anywhere, pal. I love that. I mean, this is right at the chin. Those feet never moved. You don't scare me. That is, whew. What's my name?
Bouncing ball right back through the box. That's how you answer back. Boy, that was well handled by Felipe Lopez.
I love that, Felipe Lopez. Right back where it came from, even harder. That puts the pitcher right on his wallet. And right back up the middle. After a pitch up and in, that's what you do. Get on base. And tell the first baseman just how close you were to get a hit in the nose.
Here is Gerardo Parra. A lot of ways to look at what this talented young man has done. You know how we like to do it. You see there's a runner on base as he takes strike 1. With no one on base, he hits just 159. No, that started to improve yesterday. With runners on, 529. 18 for 34. And a much better hitter against right-handers thus far, though this will be a challenge.
If he chases it up there, yeah, it's going to be a real challenge. That's Matt Cain, along with the other drop and drive power fastball guys. If you chase the pitch up in the zone and up and out of the zone, you're in for a long evening. You got to bring him down where that ball is just not so quick. And you're going to try to come inside. And he chased another one up in the zone. Matt Cain just made really quick work of the youngster.
Blew him away with a couple of fastballs in the end. Let's take a look at the defense for the Giants. Lewis, Rowan, and Wynn. Infield, Uribe, Renteria, Frenzen, and Sandoval. Whiteside behind home plate. Catches Matt Cain.
Well, let's see how Justin Upton, coming off that little tweak of the shoulder a couple of days ago in the extra inning game. In the 10th inning, unfortunately, had to have an at-bat after the Diamondbacks couldn't come up with a... That's pretty impressive right there by Jeff Franzen, the second baseman. That looked like a clean base hit. What a gorgeous play by the second baseman. That ball was hit hard.
Well, and Gracie, we talk about those Upton ground balls. That makes the play even more impressive.
Yeah, just a full-on outstretched dive and just making sure of one. Nice play. Well, that robbed Justin Upton.
So Justin, he does reach. Great attack on the baseball. And encouraging on all fronts as he and Sandoval get caught up at first. Steven. And we'll see if Justin could be on the move. Drew really rolling. Got it to the next level on this trip. He had a humble and very singles-filled hitting streak going heading into the road trip. And that's a good start. Well, now it's a 12-game streak. 18 hits during that time and 6 doubles during the hitting streak. So starting to drive the ball a little bit more. Fastball is high. 2-0 the count.
There you saw Stephen Drew lay off that letter high fastball. Gerardo Parra was not able to do that. He chased those letter high fastballs and was an easy strikeout victim. Stephen Drew was able to lay off of it. Now he should get a good pitch to hit 2-0. That's what hitting is, laying off the close pitches.
Justin on the move, and it's popped up. Drew is erased on a 2-0 pitch. Couldn't do a whole lot with it. D-backs baseball brought to you by the top 3 power Chevy dealers in the Valley: Arrowhead, Brown & Brown, and Superstition Springs. And by Triple Hops Brewed Miller Lite. Great taste, less filling. Glad to have you back at Chase Field. A missed opportunity, to say the least, on a 2-0 pitch. Stephen Drew. Was that a changeup, Mark Grace?
Yeah, it was a changeup down below the kneecaps, but Stephen Drew couldn't lay off of it. 2-0. And it was an easy pop up to shortstop.
High drive off the bat of Uribe. Going back as Parra. Still going, looking up. Goodbye. First home run of the season for Juan Uribe. And let there be no doubt about that one.
Yeah, he can hit some home runs, Darren. He had a lot of home runs for the Chicago White Sox. He was on those championship teams. And Billy Buckner learns a hard lesson. You throw a get-me-over fastball to a free swinger like Uribe, he will hammer it. And boy, did he ever hit that ball a long ways.
With the giggling, it sounds like he might have just gotten the silent treatment.
I have a feeling that first home run of the year got the silent treatment.
Breaking ball is up and into Franson. And a much better one, swinging over the top of it. 1-1 the count. There we go.
He wasn't allowing it, was he?
Nope. Franson goes to right center field. He was 0 for 16 this year. Does he have a double, or is he out? He's got a single and he's out at second base. First time back in the big leagues after spending some time down in the minor leagues. He was up May 17th through the 29th.
Super play by Chris Young, ranging, and just a pirouette and a strike to second base to get Franzen. So he gets the first base hit of the year, but he also has to take a trip back to the dugout. Nice play. Spun his wheels a little bit around first base. He slipped, and that was enough to allow Chris Young to nail him. Whoa.
Eli Whiteside takes up and in. Benji Molina has cooled down since Arizona saw him. He rolled in that series here in Phoenix in April. He was 6 for 14 in that series. In the 37 games that have followed, hitting just .214. And the one thing he does, Benji Molina always hits with runners in scoring position. 3 for his last 24. So Whiteside gets a look. We'll see Benji back there sometime soon. Eli Whiteside is erased. So now Matt Cain. Buckner making his 9th major league start. Had a handful of starts a couple of years ago as a member of the Kansas City Royals. Won the count to Cain. 8 of his starts have certainly not earned him the extra time he had hoped for, but because of a simple thing like a rainout in South Florida and a doubleheader with need, he got the chance and then stayed. He was blasted out of the ball yard, as Gracie said, a get-me-over fastball to a free swinger. Not always good. We have a bedtime, too. That's a great idea. After that 18-inning game. Mark Grace, are you still recovering from that 18-inning game?
Oh, no, I'm
fresh as a daisy?
You?
Well, you know what really helped? The getaway day yesterday that was given to us by the San Diego Padres, afternoon baseball.
Well, I hate to gub you, but that was a night game. We had a night game last. There you go.
Wow. It's one thing to gub someone, but and to just slam a buzzer in there this early when you come back home.
Yeah, it was a night game. Remember we got in at about 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah, that was exciting. 0-1 the count, and earlier this year, April 26th, a good memory for Mark Reynolds.
He just ran into a fastball from Matt Cain. Matt Cain remembers it, but the first pitch of this at-bat was a fastball right there, and he fouled it back. That was a change-up there, and he was able to lay off of it.
It is with envy that many a major league pitcher look on to see a changeup thrown by one of their peers at 87 miles an hour.
Mercy.
And then backs him out of there. These Giants, when they're right, we saw it happen earlier this year with Tim Lincecum v. Connor Jackson, with Matt Cain against Felipe Lopez. They'll come in. They don't hit you. They're not looking to hit you, but looking to pitch in.
And there's another fastball right down the middle and right past Mark Reynolds.
And I like it.
Absolutely. That's been a part of the game for over a century, Darren. Got to pitch inside in this game.
Mr. Lincecum will not be pitching in this series, but it was a Saturday. It was early in the season, and it is clear in my mind a pitch that he threw to Connor Jackson. It separated Connor from his helmet. He was jumping ahead in the count, and Connor struggled after that and then became ill.
So you think maybe Tim Lincecum, that up and in fastball, might have up and in some valley fever?
Oh, no, I'm not saying that.
I
was just chronologically telling the story.
Maybe created a spore.
No.
With that up and in fastball.
No, it wasn't. No. Not saying that. I was just kind of walking you through the chronology of the situation.
So it was a sick fastball that
it was
threw
a sick fastball,
okay, gotcha.
to say the least.
Oh,
he likes it.
Dastardly Tim Lincecum throwing valley fever balls now.
3-2 the count.
Glad I don't have to face him.
He goes to right field. It's deep to the wall. It's gone. That is some kind of opposite field power. But then again, as we saw it in San Diego the other day, we are not surprised. 1-1.
Always has that puncher's chance, Darren. Just a fastball away, and Mark Reynolds screams it. That is just so far to hit a ball the other way. That sound that Mark Reynolds' bat makes. About 5 rows deep, way out of there in right center field. Justin up saying, man, that dude is stupid strong.
I mean, that's not supposed to happen, folks. You're not supposed to hit homers up and over the walkway, a good 30 feet beyond the wall to the opposite field.
Miguel Montero gets a high fastball that he's not able to lay off. He's another guy that has to be able to lay off the elevated fastball. He's a guy that likes it down around the knees. Knee-high fastballs he nails. Up there is where he's got to leave it alone.
I think he may need to be dubbed the sheriff a little bit more.
Really?
Yeah, I think it might be time.
He doesn't like that, though, does he?
No,
which means we have to call him that even more.
Yeah, he'll be just fine.
Oh, good to have the sheriff back. Yeah, get that out of there, attaboy.
He occasionally doth protest about that nickname, but not like others. Miguel goes down on strikes. Well, our power Chevy dealers, Brown & Brown Chevrolet, key to the game. Get out and stay out. Out. And stay out.
Okay.
I'm serious.
Well, I got up this morning, had a cup of coffee. You know, our buddy Ollie Simpson, he was over. And that's exactly what I told him when I saw him this morning. Get out and stay out. So I'm glad to see you feel the same way I do about Ollie. So That's the key to the game.
Well, it actually isn't tied to Ollie. It isn't tied to what my...
Well, the big right-hander goes into the line, and here's the pitch to Chris Young.
No denial play-by-play. It isn't also tied to what my mother sent in her text message just prior to the barbecue with regards to you. Get him out and keep him out. I mean, she did say that. It's not that either. Down off the end of the battle line, drive and a base hit. Let me tell you what it is. Get out and stay out.
That just hurt my feelings.
These Arizona Diamondbacks,
you're not telling me,
as the sheriff would say.
You're not telling me to go out at night and stay out all night, are you?
No. You know what? We have the standings. Anywhere in the truck, the standings.
I don't really want to see the standings.
And there's a reason why.
Because they're not pretty. Can we... Hello?
Here's Josh Weitzel. You see these Arizona Diamondbacks start play today in last place, alone.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to.
And so, with regard to the standings, you get out of last place and stay out.
Okay.
And don't come back.
Get out of last place and stay out of last place.
Weitzel back to the screen.
Unfortunately, like your mom told me about the barbecue on Saturday.
That's exactly right. It's nice to be back home, by the way, where our booth producer and stage manager, Scott Snyder, says that to everyone that comes into the booth. Get out of the booth and stay out. He's having a tough year, but at least he's getting that done. I want to get a shot of him at some point. 0-2. Weitzel, and he takes high. 1-2 the count. Now, Josh had a nice road trip, and he was finding himself a bit overpowered early on. Went down to the minor leagues and hit like he always has the last couple of years. That's what he did, Mark Grace. And the walks as well.
How about the 7 RBIs? That's what you have to love in 5 games. He hit when it counted. Let's see if he can stay hot right here. 3-2. I'm sorry, 2-2.
93 miles an hour to the man out of Loyola Marymount, where he pitched and was a designated hitter. He will admit that first base is on the job training for him. Defense has improved over the last calendar year or so. Boy, Young tried to take off early and then got back in time.
Yeah, he got a little too eager that time.
Two and two the count. In on the hands, does it die in right? You bet it does. Young racing it around, heading to third, draws the throw from Randy Wynn. Not in time. Diamondbacks go first to third. Josh Weitzel continues to hit.
Great base running by Chris Young. Nice hitting there by the youngster Josh Weitzel. He fought off a fastball inside, but Chris Young really makes the play here. Look at him fight that fastball. Chris Young reads it perfectly. One hop to win, but he is off to the races. Good throw to third, but Chris Young beats it. And a big job of getting to third with less than 1 out. Now, yes, Billy Buckner is the hitter, but a possible squeeze now. And a fly ball, any fly ball with Chris Young's speed, it'll be a 2-1 ball game.
Well, that's the key. Let's see what they opt to do here in this 1-run game, 1-1 game, I should say. Mark Reynolds homer to start off this inning here in the second inning. 0 for 5 with 2 strikeouts for Billy Buckner. Even with the bag at third is Uribe. Pops that bunt up. Diving attempt there, and Whiteside. Now that was not a squeeze, by the way, folks. Oh, and 1 the count.
Okay, this is what we need to do right here if you're Billy Buckner. You need to bunt this ball right in here, because when you square to bunt, the third baseman's going to come in. Okay, and by the third baseman coming in, that can allow Chris Young to come in right with him. So you want to bunt this ball to third base, make the third baseman field it, and Chris Young will be able to walk home. He bunted it to first.
The squeeze is on there. Everybody's safe. He did bunt it to first. Young had taken off. And the Diamondbacks add another one. Sandoval could not stick a fork in it. Don't know if that would have made a difference. What do you think?
That was the safety squeeze.
Yep.
If there was nothing safety in Chris Young, he was going right away, forced the defense to make a play. Sandoval got in a hurry, couldn't make the play. And that'll be an RBI. Yeah, Chris Young says, heck with it, I'm going to try it. Boy, that's just stealing a run right there. First to third on the base hit by
That's the
Weitzel.
key, though.
Absolutely. Running with reckless abandon.
Felipe Lopez, breaking ball, and it is a strike. Lopez had an 0-2 count, and in that first at bat, Matt Cain came up and in, and I mean up and in. Jackknifed out of the way, stood right immediately back up in his same spot, and promptly hit one right back through the box for a single. 1-1 the count to Felipe. That single gives him a 7-game hitting streak. Certainly not an overpowering one. 8 hits in his last 7 games, make it 9 now, but 8 strikeouts as well.
Been a struggle for Felipe this year with runners in scoring position.
Yeah, it certainly has, hitting 143, 5 for 35. Up and away, 2-1 the count. And don't forget, by the way, anytime the D-backs score 6 runs or more, Taco Bell is giving away 3 free tacos with the purchase of a large drink between 4 and 6 the following day at participating locations. Look forward to getting those tomorrow.
Ball 3. Making Matt Cain work a little bit, making him stress. This guy's got an ERA at just over 2, Darren Sutton. They've really put the pressure on him here in the second inning.
Pitched very effectively in April here in Arizona. 7 innings, 1 run, 5 strikeouts. Breaking ball to Tandy.
What a good one.
Explain what that does to a hitter when that pitch is thrown 3-1 for a strike.
Well, it just locks you up. You're looking for a fastball from a power pitcher. 9 times out of 10, Darren, it's going to be taken for a strike because you're just so surprised by it.
Does it affect the next pitch?
You're doggone right it does. You're thinking, well, if he throws it 3-1, he's probably going to throw it 3-2. Let's see if he does.
On 3-2. Fastball, he walked it. He was trying to go up the ladder, you could tell, went way too far out of the zone and not interested in chasing as Bruce Bochy looks on. So a single and a walk for Felipe Lopez.
Pitch count all the way to 39 already here in the second inning. He's going to have to go to 40 or more. And that's good news for the Diamondbacks. Get his pitch count up, maybe get him out of there in 5 or 6 innings.
Yeah, this will be pitch number 29 this inning for Matt Cain. In on the hands, fly ball, left center field, Rowan gives way to Fred Lewis. The Diamondbacks started the inning down 1-0. Then a little bit of long ball by the Sheriff. Aggressive base running and then some small ball, and it's 2-1. Up there, Gracie, you're invited to our barbecue.
Oh, thank you so much, girls. I'm not a big fan of Darren's. Really, not really a big fan of your mom's right now either.
Yeah, she's a big fan of yours. I just made it clear who I wanted there. D-backs draft priority. Text, if you will, A, B, C, or D. Pitching, position players, or best available. 74499. You draftniks out there that enjoy following closely the guys before they get to the major leagues. A, pitching. B, position players. C, best available. That's what I vote for.
What do you vote for?
Best available.
Best available?
Switch hitter and power hitter Bobby Borchering, the Diamondbacks' first pick out of Fort Myers, Florida. A.J. Pollock, outfielder, center fielder out of Notre Dame. Matt Davidson out of Yucaipa High School. A third baseman could also go over and play some first as well. So those are the picks thus far for the Diamondbacks. 8 in the first 100, Mark Grace. 8 picks in the first 100.
Well, let's hope they all turn out. Let's hope all 8 of them are here soon. My, what a pitch.
Change up?
Change up and ate him up inside with it. I don't know if he was trying to go there with it, Darren, but ended up pretty doggone good. Just ate him right up.
You could see Montero reach back, but the end result's all you care about. Billy Buckner with 2 victories, standing in that spot left vacant by Brandon Webb. As a matter of fact, 2 of the 3. Yusmeiro Petit with 5 losses. Ryan Augenstein with 1 win, 1 loss. Buckner 2-1. The gentleman replacing 3-7 combined. And of course the team record when that man not out there. 3-7.
Yeah, he's certainly been sorely missed.
The 1-1. Curveball.
Baby. Buckner on his way to throwing one of those pivotal shutdown innings after your offense goes out and scores a couple for you. Or come right back out and have a crisp inning. He's 1 out into it, and I think one more breaking ball like that ought to do it, Darren.
Just pounded off the plate, threw him a good one. He throws that breaking ball like Dan Herron does. Pulls that index finger up, digs the knuckle and the finger into the baseball onto the seam. You get a tight break with it. Some like to call it a knuckle curve. If you want to be technical, it's not. It's a spike curveball. As that finger is spiked up, fastball is low, 2-2. Mike Mussina is the one that we all, on the world stage, because he was in New York, we saw throw that type of curveball. That's a changeup and a good one. Mark Reynolds in time for the out.
Have you noticed Mark Reynolds cleaning it up awfully well over there lately, Darren Sutton? A nice changeup, as you said. It's tapped over to the left side. Mark Reynolds ranging a good ways to his left. The throws have been a lot crisper this year from Mark Reynolds. The hands a lot cleaner. Just starting to get to be a more and more confident baseball player all around.
There's that word again. It so affects everything we do in life, let alone playing professional sports. Confidence.
Well, he also worked so many hours this spring with Matt Williams. And didn't even talk about hitting. But they were out there early every morning, all spring long. Working on footwork. Working on having softer hands. Just rep, rep, rep. You can see the dividends. They're being paid.
Boy, nearly grabbed the inside corner. 1-2 the count. Footwork. As spoken by a fellow corner infielder like yourself, it's all in the footwork, isn't it?
If you got good feet, you're going to be a good fielder. If you've got, well, elephant feet, you're going to struggle. Now, of course, you're going to struggle if you have elephant feet. You want to have human feet, but you know what I mean. You don't want to have heavy feet over there. You want to be light on your feet and stay on your toes. Those are Shrek feet.
1-2 the count. Buddies call him Shoes. Breaking ball fouled off just for the sake of comparison, and fielding percentage doesn't tell the whole story, no doubt about it. But last year at third base, Mark Reynolds had a .904 fielding percentage. Thus far this year, it's 35 points higher.
It's significantly better. Yeah, sure, he's made some errors. But ever since he's gone over to first base, he's just been a lot cleaner with everything.
There it is, belted to left field. Parr going back, still going off the wall. Plays it very cleanly, almost fortunate to, and shoots it back in. Wouldn't be a Giants-Diamondbacks game without an extra base hit from Randy Wynn now, would it?
Well, Billy Buckner very fortunate that this ball stayed in the ballpark. With 2 outs, and if you give up a long fly ball, there is nothing better as that ball just hangs in the middle. There's nothing better than, he thought it was a home run. Nothing better than that ball hitting off the wall and staying in the ballpark and giving yourself a chance here to still throw a scoreless inning. But you got to take care of the free swinging Pablo Sandoval.
He is free swinging. It's a base hit. Justin Upton with it. Come on down. They throw to the plate. Bobbled at the plate. And Wynn is in there. 2-2.
Now, not an easy play for Montero. It was a rocket, and it was an in-between hop. You just knew there was going to be a bullet come out of it, but the in-between hop, Montero unable to come up with it. A nice play by Tim Flannery, where you see just how far ahead of the runner the throw was, but Montero couldn't come up with a short hop, and we've got a tie game just like that.
Single and an RBI, goes to second on the throw. And what a throw it was. That pitch over the inside corner. 0-1 the count.
Another good pitch right to the inside corner again, 0-2.
Buckner trying to leave him stranded there. Goodness.
Good try there. Tried to go in for the third straight time.
Is that in?
I think so.
Okay.
It was close. Very close.
One and two the count.
You like going right back in there again? You like something off speed here? That's awfully close. He went off speed and missed. 2-2.
Changeup or a curveball? I missed it.
I thought it was
2-2 the count. Okay, that's what I was hoping he'd throw.
All right, back inside, just ate him alive and got strike 3.
Yeah, buried it in there. Almost had a little cut to it. You run on Justin Upton, you do so with a very risky proposition. He uncorked it, just a tough play from Montero. 2-2, the Child Crisis Center is currently hosting a back-to-school clothing drive to benefit children and teens living in shelters and foster homes. You can drop clothes or shoes or gift cards at the Family Resource Center at 817 North County Club Drive in Mesa, North Country Club Drive, I should say, as that one is low. Monday through Thursday from 8:30 until 7 p.m. Donations are needed for boys and girls from birth to 17 years of age. Again, for more info and probably properly read, www.childcrisis.org for more information. 1-1 the count.
Yeah, Justin chased a high fastball there, and he's disgusted with himself. He's kind of his own hitting coach up there, and he's very hard on himself.
Well, still a youngster, that Justin Upton, and he is certainly his own drill sergeant, if anything. I mean, as we honored the Marines the other day. But he knows what he's supposed to do and grinds it. 2-1. In. 3-1 the count to Justin Upton. Fielder's choice back in the first inning. 7 for 20 this year against the Giants. That's a .350 average with a homer. Outside.
He just pitched very carefully to Justin that time. Do you remember that homer against these Giants, Darren Sutton? I do.
I do. It was against Brian Wilson.
Yeah,
and it was a line
never
drive.
got
Like
more than about 10 feet off the ground.
That's exactly right.
It tied the game in the 9th inning. And there's some Stephen Drew fans, and I don't blame them.
Well, Justin has 11 home runs. And I'm trying to think of any quote-unquote boring home runs he has had.
Well, no homer is boring. But let's take a look at this one. Don't blink. Fast homer.
I certainly know no home run is boring, but some of them land, 15 rows beyond the wall when your club is up or down
9-1.
7-1.
Yeah. Oh, okay, that kind. I see.
Well, and also, most of his have an impact, but most of them are off of other parts of the building or line drives like that or upper decks where no one goes. Stadium clubs at Miller Park.
2 in the upper deck in Florida. Nice breaking ball there from Kane. He hit one out in the sandbox a couple of nights ago in San Diego to right center field at night there, which is so far.
1-1 the count. The fireballer Matt Cain on 1-1. Breaking ball, drives it deep right field to the corner. It goes out of here and into the bullpen. Those extra base hits, as we told you, are starting to come for Drew. Now that's how you extend the hitting streak to 13 games.
Good to see Stephen Drew coming back around. Breaking ball stays up and in, and he just pulls his hands in beautifully and just blisters it on a line out of here into the visitor's bullpen. That's what you're supposed to do with hanging breaking balls. Ryan Roberts, you know he gets excited about any of that stuff. He's one of the best bench warmers I've ever seen.
That one is fouled off.
When he's not playing, it's like he's still just right there with everybody.
He was talking about that the other day.
I love watching him ride the bench.
Doubles and homers, Mark Grace. It's not a hitting streak filled with bunt hits anymore or infield hits. More doubles and homers for the man who had 76 extra base hits last year. Matt Cain, by the way, had gone 4 consecutive starts, allowing 1 earned run or less. As that one is in. Quickly, we were talking about Mark Reynolds and his defense. His first 31 games of the year, he had 89 total chances. 7 errors for a .921 fielding percentage. First 31 games of the year, as that one is in. His last 23, he's had more chances. 117 total chances, 1 error for a .991 fielding percentage.
Amazing.
Throwing errors are down. The 2-2.
Oh, good changeup that time.
89-mile-an-hour changeup.
That's just a thing of beauty. So Matt Cain gets some revenge on Mark Reynolds, who homered the first at bat, comes back with the strikeout of the big third baseman. That's going to set up Miguel Montero.
One and 0 the count to Miguel. Now Miggy got the start on Saturday, or I should say Sunday. Excited about that opportunity, and 18 innings later he was wrapping it up. He went in that game 4 for 7 with a double and a run scored.
And how about catching all 18? That's a lot of catching.
Chacarron. That's what I say to that.
Oh, please don't do that.
The 2-0. Lifts that one. And into the seats it goes. The power pitcher on the mound, one veteran power pitcher not in attendance tonight. For more on that, Mark McLuhan. Mark?
Yeah, we thought we might see Randy Johnson going for win number 300 here in the desert, but of course last Thursday picking up win number 300 in Washington. It's our Chaz Roberts cool play of the game. Randy Johnson becoming the 24th member of the 300 club. Now Randy threw on 3 days rest yesterday in Florida. He's not at the game tonight because he's at his daughter's 8th grade graduation, but he will be in attendance tomorrow night, and a video tribute will be done on DBTV. You can be here in person, let Randy know how you feel about him live with a standing ovation, or you can see it right here on Fox Sports Arizona.
Miguel Montero pops it up. Thank you, Big Mac. By the way, too, the tribute to Johnson and the reactions that follow from Randy, we're going to stay here for a commercial break tomorrow, and there will be none. There will be no commercial. I want to thank our sponsors and our partners for that. And we'll see the reactions of this crowd here. As Miguel Montero, no chacarón. No party.
No party on that one?
Nope.
Yeah, but after that result, I'm sure Miguel's making that awful noise that's in that song.
If you folks missed it before we went on the road trip, his official song that he had had since Double-A was playing. Kind of an extended version because there was a visit to the mound. As that one is inside. And we had a little fun with it. I used the words that it sounded disturbing. It kind of sounded like when you're little and you stick your tongue out and you just kind of make all the noises you can with your tongue as far out as you can stick it.
Okay. Yeah, it's disturbing.
And he immediately pulled it from his playlist. Gone the next day. No longer my song.
Well, did you apologize to Miguel for it?
I did, actually.
I think we're all better off.
1-2 the count. 2-2 to Chris Young.
Well, it's got a nice beat. It's got a nice beat. Until he sings. What do we call that, singing?
I don't like it.
That's my boy.
2-2 the count.
Whoa. A lot of higher than high fastballs from Matt Cain tonight. When he's missing up. Third inning already into the mid-60s with his pitch count, Darren.
Whites awaits on deck. Chased a changeup. Down and away. But Stephen Drew extended his hitting streak to 13 games with this. A 2-run homer, as we like to say up here, into the corner and gone. Grace, Mark McClune, Darren Sutton, and you. And it's good to be back home with all of you here in the great state of Arizona. Gracie Untold, this is an Aflac question you are really going to like.
Oh, I'm sure it will be.
Name the 5 players picked before Barry Bonds in the 1985 draft. What was your draft year?
That was my draft year.
Really?
Yeah. I was like up in the 400s or 500s.
Come on.
In the 24th round.
Any recollections?
I do know the first player chosen, and that was B.J. Surhoff of the Milwaukee Brewers.
Well done.
He was the first player chosen, and then I would also have to guess Will Clark. Then, how about Corey Snyder?
Juan Uribe goes down on strikes.
He didn't get that first pitch fastball. He got a bunch of off-speed stuff, and he goes right back to the dugout. Oh, boy. Let's see. How about a guy named John Hoover? A pitcher out of Fresno State. No? DJ tough play.
And he just made it. Stephen Drew, who homered moments ago, comes right back with a fabulous play on a backhand. What made it so tough, Mark Grace?
Well, he had the range so far to his right and in, then the in-between hop and the throw on the run. He made it look awfully easy. That is a very difficult play, folks. Well, that's nice. That is really nice. Helping his squad not only with the bat with the big 2-run homer, now with the glove.
Well, his club got him a couple of more runs. They bounced back to pick him up. And he tries to do what you talk about always, again for a second time, respond with a quick right back in the dugout.
Can I guess another guy on that draft?
Yes.
They better hurry here. Mark McGwire.
He got him with the tag. What a defensive inning for the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Does he get the tag on him? Oh, the Diamondbacks might have got a break there, but thank you very much, Jerry Lane.
jackpot grows by 10 grand every time it goes unclaimed. There's that one sliced the other way. That's a fair ball. And it's overplayed. Weitzel was running the entire time, though. So not a homer, not 300 grand, but a runner in scoring position that will have Billy Buckner dropping a bunt in.
Doggone right, he'll take it. He gets jammed, he just flares it that way, and he was thinking two the whole time. That put the pressure on Fred Lewis, and he didn't come up with it. He's thinking two the whole time. There was no hesitation at all. I like that.
So good luck, by the way, with our Gila River hit it and win inning to Mary Beth Clark here at the ballpark tonight, playing for $310,000. They're looking for the bunt. Uribe at third, and Shoes, as his teammates call him, at first. Sandoval, as that one is high.
Shoes is right in his face.
He came charging in with those Fred Astaire dancing shoes.
Is that what they call him? They call him Shoes?
Well, his mates call him that, you bet. One of the better nicknames.
Well, it is, and he's going to be right in his face again.
Here he comes, and it's foul. I mean, dead sprint, by the way, Shoes. This is what Billy Buck did in the second, driving a run.
Shoes was unable to come up with it, and it led to an RBI for Billy Buck. That was just all Chris Young taking extra bases in that inning. See if he can bunt it firmly to third. That's what you want to do.
Kane throws it. Nothing doing there. Right back the other way to get Buckner. How about that?
Boy, thinking on his feet there was Juan Uribe. But a sacrifice nonetheless.
Goodness sakes. The old 1-5-4 sack bunt.
You see it a lot. Let's see if Felipe Lopez can extend the lead here. The infield is in, so it's going to take a ball to the outfield to score the run. Another high fastball from Matt Cain, Darren. 71 pitches now here in the fourth inning for the big right-hander.
Matt Cain has Felipe and his focus dialed up a notch. Fouls that one off.
Boy, he got a
changeup.
hanging change up there.
We've talked about Felipe, and as you see this one again, and he will admit at times his focus can wane. You get a pitch up under your helmet to start the game, that dials you in for a while.
Doggone right. You not only want to get a hit, you want to really hurt the pitcher in this situation.
Nice take
there.
It
does get you focused when you get a ball right at your goatee there. And I like that from Felipe. Big opportunity here to keep the momentum on your side. Another one up and in. Felipe able to lay off. Now 3-1. He's doing a lot of off-speed pitches in this count tonight, and I would imagine if Felipe Lopez has been paying attention, especially left-handed hitters, Drew, Weitzel.
Curveball or changeup?
Yeah, just off-speed,
okay.
period.
Either one. 3-1. There you go.
That was a changeup.
Yep, pulled the breaking ball. That was in. Kane curious where it was. It was in.
It was up and in.
All right, let's answer our Aflac trivia question. The couple of guys I didn't get to guess.
How about Mark McGuire? Was he in there?
No, I want to guess Bobby Witt and Kurt Brown are two of the guys that
Huh?
Those are the guys I was thinking, and I didn't have a chance.
Man.
Let's see. And there we go. And I didn't get Larkin. My apologies, folks.
Wow, good to see the computer works for the '85 draft as well. Yeah, I remember you were a big fan of Kurt Brown. Household name.
Out of Glendora High School, a catcher.
Had a lot of great years with the White Sox. Well, he didn't. I don't think he ever made it, did he?
According to BaseballReference.com, he didn't.
Did he ever get out of A-ball?
I'll check for you. Never made it to the big leagues.
It's interesting how you got Kurt Brown along with Bobby Witt. Now, Bobby Witt had a good major league career.
Gerardo Parra.
Like a slider there or something that just stayed right in the zone for Parra. Let's see if he's the guy that can extend the lead here. This is one of those, Darren, if you don't come up with one, all of a sudden you put a lot of momentum here into the Giants' dugout. Got to make sure if you're Parra, you got to find a way, somehow, some way, by hook or by crook, to get this run in.
Struck out, chased high fastballs back in the first inning. Fly to left field in the second inning. Had some runners on base in the second inning, too. Ended that inning. Goodness gracious.
Well, he's got him in swing mode. He's got him swinging at anything.
He's also crawled inside of that noggin of Parra's as well.
Parra's trying way too hard to make contact. First thing you have to do to make contact is got to get a good pitch to hit. You got to get something in the strike zone. Right now, Gerardo Parra, Matt Cain threw the rosin bag up there. He might take a whack at it.
As long as there's not pine tar involved.
No.
The 0-2 is high, 1-2 the count. Bat has plenty of pine tar. Taps that hand to it before he gets ready to go. Young Venezuelan, 22 years old. Had a fabulous winter ball season again last year. Carried it into this season. Just hangs around.
Another change up. That time he was just able to nick it.
What a great location for that pitch.
Well, that's just a great job of hitting just to nick that one foul, Darren.
Giants' #1 pick in 2002, Dothan, Alabama, Matt Cain. The 1-2. Pops it foul. Should reach the seats. And it does. Hey, don't forget, by the way, the D-backs and the Arizona Milk Producers have a post-game concert planned for this Saturday. Lifehouse is coming. Gracie, you'll love it. Following the D-backs-Astros game. Free with a ticket to the ball game. 602-514-8400 to visit dbacks.com/concert.
Friday night, huh?
Saturday night, even better. Be a good time. I'm going to get on down and maybe introduce the guys. The 1-2. Got him to chase that high fastball again.
Gerardo Parra having some forgettable at-bats against Matt Cain. Got him chasing just about everything. The low changeup, the higher than high fastball. It's been a tough matchup for the youngster.
Question for Upton: do you have a 2-out RBI in your back pocket? He walked back in the third, hit a hard ground ball, should have been a single into center field. Kevin Franzen took away a hit, reached on a fielder's choice in that play.
Well, he took one right down the middle. Matt Cain tried to come inside with the fastball, and he just went right down Broadway, and looked like Justin was just taking all the way. Well, he left a changeup right there for him to hit, and he missed that one.
So to count, no balls and 2 strikes on Upton. 6 hits for both of these teams. Diamondbacks coming home after a 3-4 road trip to San Diego, where they split, and LA, where they lost 2 of 3. And should have had a better result in Los Angeles. In on the hands, muscles it, but unable to drop it in there. That helmet takes a beating because of it. Edgar Renteria hauls it in. The draft continues, the 2009 Major League Baseball Amateur Draft. The War Room high up above the out-of-town scoreboard in right field here in the ballpark. And you see a left-handed pitcher, young man Eric Smith, a right-handed pitcher out of the University of Rhode Island. Mark Krause out of Ohio University, Ohio U. And we hope to have Tom Allison come and join us. It's just a matter of him being able to break free. So they have one more pick in the first 100. And that'll do it for the Diamondbacks for the early phase.
Well, a nice breaking ball there from Billy Buckner. Venus is the only planet that rotates clockwise.
1-2 the count to score 4-2. Neither team has committed an error. And Buckner certainly taking advantage of support. And that breaking ball overthrew it. You could see that body, the entire body falling off to first. And when you do that, the arm's left hanging out there, and he left it up and in.
See if he goes right back to it. See if he stays stubborn with it. Yeah, he did.
He did.
Left that one up. Matt Cain had a pretty good swing at it.
It seems as if all of these younger pitchers follow the lead of Dan Herron, stay stubborn with a pitch.
Nothing wrong with that. It's a pretty good lead to follow.
The 2-2. The 2-2. Bouncing ball, Stephen Drew. Drew, first-round draft pick a couple of years ago. Today, the first-round picks, there were two of them, are Jack in the Box, think outside of the box. Director of Scouting Tom Allison. We went behind the scenes today in the War Room, and we certainly were fortunate they opened up the doors. All the scouts have been flown in town. Executive Vice President and General Manager Josh Burns. Fun to be in there when they made those early picks. Bobby Borchering, a third baseman, a switch hitter, power plus is what they talk about with Bobby. Was the first pick, number 16 overall. As that one is swung right through. Good changeup, 1-1. And then A.J. Pollock out of Notre Dame. We'll see if he stays in the outfield. And certainly Matt Davidson, third baseman, Ukaipa High School in California. Breaking ball, hot shot, base hit. Left that one out over again. And so Aaron Rowan batting leadoff has his first hit of the night.
Just a breaking ball that stays right in the middle of the zone, and Aaron Rowan didn't do too much with it, just left it right there and bang into left field.
Here's Edgar Renteria. Grounded out to third, back in the third inning. All right, folks at home, think double play with me if you can.
Are you? Okay.
How about base hit right field? What a piece of hitting. Upton overruns it, overthrows it, and somehow gets an out of it.
So fortunate there. Nice play by Mark Reynolds. Terrific play by Mark Reynolds. Heads up all the way. There's the first mistake. Now the next mistake is airmailing the cutoff man. Mark Reynolds doesn't bother with the tag. If he bothers with the tag, Renteria gets in safely, but a good throw there and a nice tag by Felipe Lopez. I don't know what the argument was about there. He was cleanly out. So the Diamondbacks get a big break.
A huge break, to say the least. Line drive center field. That's how big that break was. NFL just put Wynn on. I don't care what he's hitting against everybody else.
These are the guys that have really hurt Billy Buckner, and that is Randy Wynn and now Pablo Sandoval. Now that run that was not able to be cashed in the bottom of the fourth inning, that's looming very large, Darren Sutton. And instead now the Giants have the momentum. Momentum swings in baseball just like any other sport, folks. When you get those opportunities, you have to take advantage.
4-3, Pablo Sandoval. 1-0 the count. He's singled twice already. Those good-looking shoes. That's why he goes by the name of Shoes. And the count 1-0.
Good pitch there. That's the fastball down and in. Sandoval likes to get those big arms extended. Just staying inside and right over the top of it he goes.
There's some purpose with that. With the grip and everything, because he throws a two-seam sinking fastball. You start it there, usually it'd be out over like that. So he gets on the side of the pitch, maybe throws a four-seamer to run it in, or almost a cut fastball for Billy Buckner. 2-1. Driven deep right, way out front. There was the pitch that started in and ended up right down the middle. Two-seam fastball.
But it was just off speed enough to get Sandoval out in front of it and pull it foul. That's the changeup. And by throwing it in like that, that's a tough one to keep fair, Darren. He crushed it, but it was foul. Let's see what he comes back here with. Pretty good curveball there, but he's able to scrape that foul as well. So Sandoval's had Billy Buckner's number. He seems to be on just about every pitch tonight, Darren.
Bullpen getting loose. Speaking of speeds of pitches and pitches he has been on, our Quest High Speed is brought to you by Quest High Speed Internet. Kane and Buckner. Matt Kane, a harder thrower. Buckner relies on movement like that. 90 and it misses away. 3-2 the count. Runner goes and just protecting, lost his bat. How about that?
He's hanging tough.
Don't forget, by the way, post-game fireworks show this Friday. And I know, Grace, you love fireworks. They'll be after the D-backs Astros game on Friday. Purchase a ticket for the game. Stick around for fireworks show presented by Gila River Casino, 602-514-8400. Here's a 3-2 with the runner going. Kill. I mean, kill. Unbelievable. Wow.
That is called having your number right there. He fouled off every pitch of every kind. Got a fastball in and hit one of the longer home runs you're going to see here in this ballpark. So now if you're Billy Buckner and if you're Miguel Montero, it's time to go to plan B against Sandoval. Boom! Middle in, chest high, and kill. No doubt about it. 5-4 Gigantes. Wow. Goodness gracious.
Lewis goes back to work. Felipe Lopez retreats and makes the play for the out.
Better start pitching to Fred Lewis.
Goodness gracious. You can call him Shoes. You can call him whatever you want. Because he has owned the night tonight. Unbelievable. That's Mr. Shoes to you. Back at the ballpark, and time to take a ride on out. And we see what's going on at the pool with our Ride Now Power Sports Pool Camp. Stephen Drew to lead it off.
All of a sudden, the D-backs got some work to do, Darren Sutton.
Mark Race?
Yes.
On this Tuesday night here in Phoenix, Arizona, we got ourselves a good old-fashioned barn burner.
Yeah, slugfest. Hitting shoes.
Let's do it. Not enough of these in the National League West.
I agree. Tired of all these pillow fights and pitchers duels. Let's get the boys a little ornery with the bats. Hit some long balls.
Yep.
That's big league.
Pablo Sandoval, Stephen Drew, Mark Reynolds, the sheriff.
A lot of long balls.
The 1-1.
Ooh, there's a big rip at a fastball. This was his last at bat. He got a hanging breaking ball. Nailed it into the bullpen. Oh, I love watching Ryan Roberts. He doesn't care, man. He just wants to win baseball games, whether he's playing or not.
The 1-2. Cuts that one in. Good break to that one. 2-2 the count. Now he throws a slider and a curveball. That's the slider there. The curveball's in the 70s with regard to velocity. Slider about 10 miles an hour harder. Mid-80s. 2-2. That's a fastball. Runs it in. Fouled it off. Team got home. Guys probably found themselves falling asleep 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning last night. Night game, plenty of time to catch up on your beauty rest as that one is fouled off. And you have a couple of night games against the Giants. And, of course, the Diamondbacks do the proper thing, hit Padres, and give a getaway day on Thursday to the San Francisco Giants. The Diamondbacks do.
Right thing to do.
Well, you bet. Not everyone likes to do it. And then Houston coming to town. Comes that slider on 2-2. Popped up. Long run. Uribe. Lewis probably had the better angle, but kind of an over-the-shoulder stab at the ball, and the play is made by Uribe.
Really nice play there. He just turns tail and runs. Gets a beat on it and makes a nice play. You can see Fred Lewis just kind of let him have it, got out of the way.
All right, Mark Reynolds. We like to call him the sheriff up here. Kind of reacquired that nickname with his 15th home run of the year back in the second inning. Mark at home hits .284, slugs .560. On the road hits just .242 with a slug of .485. 1-0. Bouncing ball. Had to pull that pitch. And in time for the out. Let's take a ride up top.
Where are we going?
Well, as we walk with some of the gentlemen enforcing the law here, our APS rooftop solar camp, reminding all of you this summer, install solar panels on top of your roof if you are able, and reap the benefits of going green.
Have you been getting greener?
Trying. Aren't we all trying a little bit?
Yeah, I think we need to, don't you?
Save a little dough, too. And
man, have you noticed those gas prices have been climbing? I went and got gas today for the first time in, obviously, about 10 days because we've been gone. That wasn't big league.
No?
Nope, nothing big league about it. It's climbing.
1-1 the count. I think we need to get ourselves a gas deal.
Yeah? See if we find some good oil men to snuggle up to, huh?
2-1 the count to Miguel Montero. I'm always up for a deal, you know that.
Little Derek out in the Gulf. Can I have it? Fastball just right by him. 2-2 now on Miguel Montero.
Miggy was 5 for 14 overall on the road trip. 4 walks, though, as well. So on base 9 times on the trip. The 2-2. Just missed.
Kane wanted it. That was pitch number 97 for Matt Cain here in the 5th inning. So if anything, the Diamondbacks have done a good job of stretching him out. Now, you got to find a way to get another run or two across. Ball 4, another good at bat by Miguel Montero.
As we talked about, the walks stacking up a bit, so he reaches. Here's Chris Young. Now, Young singled in the 2nd inning, picked on a slider that stayed up and out over the plate. He struck out in the 3rd inning. Chris still hitting just 181 this year. In his last 5 games, though, he's got 4 walks and 5 hits in his last 5 games. One of them a long ball a couple of nights ago in San Diego, and a home run that wasn't pulled.
A nice change up there, and that one fooled Chris Young.
Chris, 2 hits in 9 career at bats against Cain. Just 2 for 9. Lower part of the zone, 0-2. Well, he went changeup that locked him up and fooled him badly, and then just lower basement part of that zone.
Yeah, that probably was a little bit down. I think Chris Young got a bad break there. Now he's going to really have to battle. That time, able to lay off the high fastball.
And so the count 1-2. There was a time when Chris was that young. Now he's got a few years under his belt. Expectations a little higher. He's moved on. No more bottles. As that one is in. 2-2 the count. Cain, a career ERA of 3.6. But he's 37-44 in his career. The king of non-support.
That's strike 3. That is a heck of a pitch.
Boy, he just handed it to him, to Chris Young. Not in the bottle, handed it on a silver platter. Time to bring you up to speed with the AT&T Rapid Rewind. Good to be back home. The game's best tape room. AT&T, the nation's fastest 3G network. AT&T, your world delivered. Juan Uribe. And Billy Buckner misses low. 1-0 the count. 5-4 the score. Diamondbacks Director of Scouting, Tom Allison. We're hoping to have him in soon. And that one past an outstretched glove of Mark Reynolds. Uribe races on around, have an evening one, a homer and a double.
And Billy Buckner's starting to get hit hard here. I would imagine A.J. Hint's going to have to make that phone call. Down to the bullpen. That's a changeup. Just stays belt high right down the middle, and it gets rifled down the line past a diving Mark Reynolds.
Buckner at 81 pitches.
That's 11 hits now for the San Francisco Giants.
The phone just rang. I would imagine you folks could hear it at home. That cricket sound, that chirping sound down in left field. Blaine Boyer is on the roster. Added as a free agent signee, and as we heard about early on, over the top of that one, now the runner moves to third on a breaking ball. Nobody covering the plate, though Buckner could get there. Always a good idea just to get on down there.
Yeah, that's a tough break there for the Diamondbacks. Just a wild pitch that got away from Miguel Montero, so a free 90 feet on this breaking ball in the dirt.
And also in that bullpen, Scott Schoenweiss has rejoined the team, been reinstated to the roster from the bereavement list. But it's neither one of those gentlemen, Esmerling Vasquez.
Good pitch right in on Franzen's hands. Nothing he can do with that but just pull it foul. That sets up the breaking ball here, Darren Sutton. I would imagine Franzen's going to see one because he needs the strikeout. The breaking ball is certainly Buckner's strikeout pitch.
He looks him back, fine play. There you go, out front, off speed pitch. One hopper back to the mound.
It was the breaking ball. He got the easy comebacker, one big out now.
Catcher Eli Whiteside.
Right now might be a decent opportunity to maybe just walk Eli Whiteside. You've got the pitcher on deck in Matt Cain. You can set up a possible double play. This is a situation where I just might think twice before I attack Whiteside. Good curveball there for the swing and miss.
And so the count is 0-1. Tonight a night off for Benji Molina. This is where Benji, even though he hasn't of late, but historically throughout his career, has always cashed in. Squeezes on and it's bunted foul.
I think
or did it skitter on by him?
Yeah.
That's a wild pitch, so the run scores. He pulled that bat back, as Gracie astutely pointed out, and a wild pitch scores a run.
Well,
6-4.
He didn't pull the bat back. I think that's a strike. Let's see if he pulls the bat back. Yeah, he went after it, no question. It just got away.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's just a bad break for the Diamondbacks. And an awfully good break there for the Giants. Pretty much just about every break you could get right now going the Giants' way. So he gets to third base on a wild pitch, and he scores on a wild pitch.
And that one is a lightning bolt to left field. Nearly got out of here.
Like you said, Billy Buckner getting hit very hard here. So even though they ended up pitching to Whiteside, the run would have scored anyway because that ball was off the wall.
Pitcher Matt Cain.
And another fastball right down Broadway. 12 hits now for the Giants.
They thought it was getting out up and over the wall. Swung on and missed. 0-1 the count on Matt Cain. So wild pitches have base runners moving around quickly on the base paths. Breaking ball, 0-2 the count.
That'll do it for Matt Cain.
Just stuck with the benders there and sends Cain back to the dugout.
Center fielder Aaron Rowan.
And here's Aaron Rowan. One clean inning for Buckner. It was the 4th inning. It was 3 ground ball outs. Mel Stottlemyre Jr. hoping along with his skipper to coax that man through the inning. Pablo Sandoval has owned him tonight. Base hit left field. The throw to the plate, not in time, moving up easily is Rowan. And Buckner continues to work out there in the game and continues to give up hits. They're really believing in Buckner, and now they have to go get him.
They just have no choice. Billy Buckner's out there right now getting his brains beat in. 13 hits here with 2 outs in the 6th inning. Mercifully, A.J. Hinch finally gets out and gets the ball from him.
7-4 the score.
We'll see you here tomorrow night.
D-backs and you youngsters out there, they trail at 7-4, by the way. If you're between the ages of 8 to 14, you want to be an announcer. Set up in the booth with Gracie and I. Now you can. Come out this Sunday to Chase Field, shoot your video essay for the Fox Sports Arizona and Sanderson Ford Lincoln Mercury Kidcaster. Our cameras will be on the Chase Field Plaza outside of Gate A from 11:30 to 1:15. We will see you this Sunday. Edgar Renteria. Vasquez fires a strike. Billy Buckner given an awful long time to work out of his problems this evening.
Well, I'm sure A.J. Hinch was just desperately trying to get him through the 6th inning, so he didn't have to use a pinch hitter and an extra pitcher. But that wasn't meant to be. So Vasquez in here to pitch to hopefully one batter.
Vasquez part of that 18-inning win the other day, along with Leo Rosales, Clay Zavada, and John Rouse, the quartet in the final 9 innings that threw 9 no-hit innings. And finally a victory in 18. The 1-1. Fouls that one off. Hey, don't forget about the freecreditreport.com out-of-town scoreboard. To get your free credit report and score, go to freecreditreport.com. Know your score. Tonight, our out-of-town scoreboard as the world stops. Red Sox shut out the Yankees 7-0. Big Papi did homer.
Found out his eyes were just fine, right? Had his eyes tested.
Yep.
Test back came back normal.
2-2 the count, the other score. You saw Andre Ethier, a couple of solo home runs as the Dodgers lead the Padres 3-2. FreeCreditReport.com. Take a look at our out-of-town scoreboard.
Well, there were some other scores too, right?
2 other games tonight. 2-2. That one is fouled off. It's towards the press box over there. There you go. "13 hits allowed tonight." It caved in quickly for Buckner.
Yeah, that big 3-run homer from Pablo Sandoval with 2 outs and 2 strikes. And here we go again.
Reynolds again, Johnny on the spot, but the throw is dropped by Lopez. D-backs fans voicing their displeasure. Can't say that I blame them with a play like that.
Well, they're not seeing a whole lot of pitching. They're seeing a lot of plays at the plate for the Giants. And then a good play by Reynolds, a nice throw by Weitzel, and well, you saw the rest.
The Giants really taking it to the Diamondbacks. 8-4 the score. High fly ball. Justin Upton, Chris Young get together. Arizona without a rally tonight will be 12-20 here at Chase Field. At the ballpark, San Francisco leads Arizona by a score of 8-4. Hey, during the D-backs games, join other fans for the in-game discussions that are taking place on Fox Sports Arizona's Facebook page. Voice your opinion, give your predictions, and tell everyone what you think about what's happening by finding us on Facebook. Matt Cain goes back to work, and now he looks at a very different ballgame. With the support that he has gotten, which is, as we mentioned, rare with regard to his career numbers. Though this year getting a lot of support. Nearly 6 runs per game. He doesn't know what to do with that.
No. I think he does. He wins. 7-1 coming into this one. He's looking good again here this evening, because in the 5th and 6th innings, the San Francisco Giants have brought out the whooping stick, scoring 3 runs in both innings.
Bouncing ball to the right side.
There you go. Yeah.
1 away. And now starting to feel, with that support, as you said, you know, knowing what to do, a strike, throw, a good changeup there, had him out front. And here is Eric Burns. Bounce Bouncing ball, gobbled up. Pablo Sandoval to the bag, 2 outs. Six hits for Arizona. They've committed a pair of errors. They have stranded 6. 14 hits for the Giants. Mark Grace, they've done some cashing in. They've only stranded 4.
Well, that's how you demoralize an opponent, is get big hits with runners in scoring position, but get them with 2 outs, Darren. There's been a lot of runs scored tonight for these Giants when 2 are out. Those just kill an opponent, and that's what happened here tonight. You can see all the momentum now. It's almost like in that inning, the Diamondbacks couldn't get their at-bats over quick enough.
And that's not fun to watch. Tom Allison will join us right around the corner. Amateur draft up here in the broadcast booth, and Director of Scouting Tom Allison joins us. Tom, a quick congratulations. You've been working your tail off to get to this, the Christmas Day of Scouts. We're going to throw a list up of all the picks that you have made so far, and we're going to lean on your expertise. Why these gentlemen, and give us some of their strengths quickly. And let's start with your number 1, 16th pick, Bobby Borchering.
No, absolutely. Bobby Borchering, this is a guy that we believe he is going to be a bat that plays at the major league level, hits in the middle of a lineup, and certainly he really jumped onto the scene for me personally here in Arizona last year, and he was a member of the Team USA junior trials, and got a chance to see him for a few days. He went out, he became the Florida Gatorade Player of the Year, and he swings it from both sides, can really impact the baseball. Play on the corner, he plays third base, and we're excited about him. He really, an interesting story on Bobby is he jumped onto the scene here in the, with the national public during the home run hitting contest back when he was 12, 13 years old. He actually was the guy that went over the wall, took Albert Pujols' home run during the home run hitting contest, and brought it back.
I remember that.
This was a guy that is a baseball player, loves to play, actually has a few local ties. His sister goes to Arizona State, of all things, from Florida. Yeah.
And Player of the Year in Florida, that is a hotbed of talent in Florida. Is that correct?
No, absolutely. And, I mean, you guys see his high school numbers and what he's done. I mean, he is an impact type of player, and he brings a lot of charisma and a lot of fight, and we're excited to get him started on his career.
All right, right behind him, out of Notre Dame, outfielder A.J. Pollock.
No question. A.J. is a center fielder. He'll play center field in our system, and we envision him playing center field here in Arizona. Notre Dame University, certainly quality baseball program. He is a Northeast kid himself. He went into Notre Dame as a shortstop. Very athletic kid. Swings from the right side, as I mentioned. Started really jumped onto the scene a little bit last year in his his sophomore season, went to the Cape Cod where he was the Cape Cod Player of the Year. And I mean, you talk about the guys that have that resume that he performed up in the Cape Cod. This is where he really grabbed our attention and told us, you know, he is a major league talent player. So when he was there at 17, we were very excited to be able to bring him aboard. He's a kid that flew across the country to come to our pre-draft workout.
Okay.
Very anxious to be a Diamondback, and that speaks volumes for him. And it speaks volumes about, you know, who these kids are, not only as physical talents, but certainly as baseball players and athletes.
Director of Scouting Tom Allison joining us up here as day one is coming to a close of Major League Baseball's amateur draft. To the right side, that one goes. Lopez recovers and gets it out of his glove. Take a look at our Firestone leaderboard, some of the many successes that the scouting department proud of, first rounders in the past. All right, third baseman Matt Davidson out of Yucaipa High School in California, 35th overall
kind
pick.
Of your guy, isn't it, Darren?
I saw him at the Aflac game last year when I was the broadcaster. Tell us why you picked Matt.
Well, certainly because you came in and told me and gave me your scouting report last fall and said this was a guy we should target. So
we all know better than that, folks. We all know better than that.
No, absolutely. Matt has been a guy that's been on the map. You know, he was actually the Player of the Year in his section in Southern California as a freshman. So this kid has been a baseball player his whole life, and he's been a successful baseball player. Yucaipa is a producer of major league talent. I mean, this guy has been involved in all of the high showcases. He was a member of that Junior USA team trials, a member of AFLAC, and what we continued to see from him was just tremendous amounts of power in his bat. And as you mentioned last year when he won the home run hitting contest and then certainly hit a ball for a double during the game, he's an impact bat that we're really excited about.
Obviously, the high school ranks, the college ranks are full of terrific baseball players. How much, obviously you get the best talent available, how much does signability, that word, signability, come into play?
Well, there's no question, and again, when you look at signability, the one thing I always ask them about is playability, and what do you want to do?
I didn't have that problem.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you talk to these kids, and what is it that you want to do in your next step in your career? Because I can tell you, you look out at this field right here, and there's not one player that ever got here to the big leagues without first signing their contract.
That's a great point.
And they, you know, it depends. If you were a first-round pick like Stephen Drew, or if you were a lower 18th round pick like Chris Young, it doesn't matter when you get up here. These people want to see you perform, and they know, hey, the draft and where you're selected, the dollars that you receive, part of that number one day, you bet. But is that going to determine what type of big leaguer you are? Absolutely not. So me and what we try and do as an organization is qualify these guys. Do you want to go out and start your career now and be a member of our organization?
How proud are you? We all know the Justin Uptons, the can't misses, but how proud are you of the guy on the mound right now, Clay Zavada?
Well, his story speaks for itself, and really our scout, Mike Daughtry, who was the original signing scout of Mr. Clay Zavada. I mean, he not only went to bat for him one time, he went to bat for him twice.
That's right.
And even after Clay and had his issues in his life that he had to get in order, Mike was a guy that stayed on him. He got an opportunity to see him when he was in the independent leagues and was able to bring him back into our organization. So,
congratulations on day one. Now get back to work.
My pleasure, guys. Thank you.
Tom Allison, Major League Baseball's amateur draft. The future bright, very bright for the Diamondbacks.
The Giants 8-4. Brett Steinke, Greg, Zeke Swindell getting ready for Quest D-backs Live. Greg, what do you have cooked up for us tonight in Zeke's zone?
Well, as you know, today is the Major League Baseball draft. Long way back when I got drafted in 1986. We're going to talk a little bit about the emotions and the thoughts that a young kid or a college kid went through today. And plus, there is a current member of the Diamondbacks that was in the 86 draft.
We'll tell you who that is. We'll have some head scratchers there. Guys, we'll send it back to you, and it's still time to text. What did the D-backs need in today's draft? Pitching, position players, or best available? Text to 74499. Guys, we'll see you after the game.
Thank you very much. And in the game, we are watching the work of Matt Cain. And with respect, enjoying what he has been able to do. Certainly not his finest hour. But this is what pitchers do, Gracie. This is what guys that are ace caliber pitchers do on a night in which they're not their best.
Yeah, he gave up 4 runs in the first 3 innings, and then his team went to bang and got him back in the game, and then got him the lead. And it's been 3 straight goose eggs since, and now he's working on pitch number 110 right here in the 7th inning.
No, and that's the final part of it for me, as he is struggling to find the plate here.
Thank you for saying that.
The final part of it for me is not the 6 and fly. Go grab a shower. You got me some runs. I'm going to go. I'm pitching deeper in this game.
I'd like to keep going. Thank you very much, Mr. Bochy.
Angry with himself. 4. Yep, ball 4. To a man, it needs to be pointed out that he absolutely had owned tonight in Parra.
Oh.
I mean, owned.
Parra might be asking for the ball.
Excuse me, Mr. Umpire.
There's times when, boy, you draw a walk off somebody, you feel like you just accomplished, like walking on the moon.
Anyone come to mind for you? Memories?
I was owned by John Franco.
Okay. Ooh, you weren't alone, though,
He
pal.
owned me. You remember Ron Darling, pitcher for the Mets?
Certainly I do.
Owned me. I think I was 1 for 32 off of Ron Darling, but it was a hard 1 for 32.
That's 2 Mets.
Yeah. Well, Johnny Franco owned me with the Reds too,
as well.
But those guys come to mind for guys like prolonged. Like, you know, I faced those guys into the 30s. Now, there was probably a guy like Randy Johnson. I was 1 for 12, I think, off him. That wasn't much fun either.
Bouncing ball, diving attempt, the flip. That's all they'll get.
Justin Upton saying, what do I got to do to get one up the middle?
Yeah, you bet.
Renteria and Franzen robbed Justin Upton twice tonight to get 4 outs at second. That's just great stuff. Good slide there by Parra to keep it from being a double play.
Well, Kane wanted to keep going and keep working. And now Bruce Bochy says, I'm going to come get you, kid. I'm going to give you a chance to work through this inning clean, but yeah, you're in some hot water. Nice job. Thanks for giving me an effort. You know what, Gracie, you tip your cap. It wasn't his finest hour tonight, but he was trying to pitch through 7.
And you can see he's got some bounce in his step still. He's not real happy.
Well, there are some hard fastballs, some inside pitching, and two guys very young. Bright future for Tim Lincecum and Matt Cain tonight. Again, a flawed night for Cain, but he is on the hook certainly for the victory. I want to remind all of you, every Sunday is Kids Sunday at Chase Field, featuring kids-only promotions and giveaways. And here's the deal. The first 5,000 kids to this Sunday's game receive a Baxter soap dispenser.
Yeah!
You can stick around after and run the bases. Call 602-514-8400 or visit dbacks.com. Jeremy Affelt, who doesn't look fun at all if you're a left-handed hitter.
Hard thrower, big curveball. You know, his only problem in his career is what's gotten him into trouble was some wildness. But when he's throwing strikes, he is some kind of tough. It's that 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Shows that Jeremy Affelt has found himself a nice home in San Francisco. See the walks, 13 in 13 innings. That's a lot of walks, but they haven't scored. Goodness gracious. Stop it. If I'm Stephen Drew, I'm just yelling out at Jeremy Affelt, stop it.
Away, in at 95.
Pretty doggone good 0-2 pitch there at 95 miles an hour, right on the belly button of Stephen Drew.
These Giants pitch in. They can move their feet. Not trying to hit people. He just continues to pour fastballs into that one right down the heart.
And Stephen Drew, a very defensive swing at that one, but he's staying alive.
The 1-2. Breaking ball.
Stephen's still hanging in there. That was a good break after some 95-mile-an-hour fastballs, Darren. In and out, you get the big hook. Nice job by Stephen just to hang tough.
Now this has turned into a pretty darn good at bat. Drew homered a 2-run home run back in the third inning, extending his hitting streak to 13 games. 11 hits on the road trip in 6 games. The 2-2. Hot shot, hanging around. 13-game hitting streak that has seen him post 19 hits, 6 doubles, and a homer. Sergio Romo warms. Blaine Boyer, new Diamondback, warming in the pen.
Wow, very good at bat now from Stephen Drew. That ball just missed outside.
Gracie, it started at straight out survival for a couple of pitches with him in the hole 0-2. I mean, just trying to survive the at bat. And he continues to roll on. 9 pitch at bats at this point.
Pretty impressive so far from Stephen Drew. He's just up there battling. If the Diamondbacks can find a way to scratch a run across, maybe get lucky and get a couple here. Now you're right back in things. Now you got to give yourself a chance late.
Bouncing ball to the right side. Could be 2. Stephen running hard, not in time.
Well, Stephen Drew made Affelt work, but finally got the ground ball to second.
Third baseman, Mark Reynolds.
Got him to pull a pitch a little bit off the heart of the plate. Here's Mark Reynolds. Homered to right field. Struck out, grounded out. 15 home runs this year.
Oh, what a breaking ball there to jump ahead. They pitch inside, don't they, Darren Sutton? I mean, all of them.
Pitching coach is Dave Righetti. I would imagine he imparts that philosophy, making the hitters move their feet. Well, that's how you answer back. Just a nice, easy attack on the baseball. Pretty swing for Reynolds. 2 hits tonight.
A great swing right there by Reynolds. And that's also learning on the fly, Darren. You can't do anything. If he hits a home run there, it's still a 2-run game. But by just sitting back and going the other way with it, well, now you get an extra base run, and tying run is in the on-deck circle. Miguel Montero, an opportunity to get the D-backs a little closer. It's all part of team offense. Boy, a good pitch right there at the knees. Montero took it. Rafael throwing a lot of strikes.
Miguel has spent his career, I think, surprising with success against left-handed pitching. A power hitter. This time, though, that success does not translate. It is a ground ball. It is an out. He strands a pair. We roll on. San Francisco up 4.
Southwest Airlines. They're ready when you are. Go to southwest.com, grab your bag. It is on. And by Blimpie, America's Sub Shop. Had a beautiful night here in Arizona. The days, they're certainly getting a bit warmer. The night's still very mild and pretty. I'm glad to have you with us. Hope to see you at the ballpark on this homestand. And we see for the first time new Diamondback Blaine Boyer, claimed off of waivers. Boyer this year has pitched for Atlanta, where he scuffled in just 3 appearances, had 15 appearances for St. Louis, an ERA of 4.41. Boyer broke into the big leagues back in 2005 with the Atlanta Braves.
Young, hard-throwing right-hander. I know you were very excited about this acquisition. As often as he can take the baseball.
Well, first pitch, a good one. 94 was sink. He likes to throw every day.
You can't get enough of those guys.
Eli Whiteside, breaking ball. Off the end of the bat. Single. Doing the slider there. Hung it out over the plate. Hey, don't forget, by the way, as you can see, the
left fielder Andres Torres.
Combo of the work that he has done. Browse from the largest selection of authentic team gear, official hats, t-shirts, jerseys, and collectibles. Get team gear straight from the source. Visit dbacks.com/shop. So that graphic a moment ago, the time this year with the Cardinals and the Atlanta Braves. See how well he communicates with his teammates already?
Does a good job of getting out of the way when they get called off. That's what all pitchers should do. Defer to those infielders. But a quick out, nonetheless. Just a popped up bunt. Get out of the way. Attaboy. That is good communication, though, Darren. The infielder has the right of way over the pitcher, so he did what he has been taught to do, and that is just defer and go do some pitching.
Here's Aaron Rowan. One and 0 the count from the breaking ball. Born in Atlanta, Georgia. Boyer, first year in the big leagues, 43 appearances, a 3.11 ERA. That cut fastball stayed high. In 2008, last year, he had 76 appearances. That ERA much higher, of 5.88. The 2-0 is outside. 3-0 the count. Pours that one in there. Boyer was talking upon arriving in town with his wife that, oh, it's not so hot. I thought it'd be really hot out here. I said, hang in there, partner.
Oh, don't worry.
It'll be plenty hot.
Careful what you ask for, son.
I mean, this time of night, it's beautiful this time of year. Runner goes, and there's a walk. So Boyer digging himself into a hole in his Diamondbacks debut in front of Edgar Renteria. Braves number 3 pick in 2000 out of Walton High School in Marietta.
Well, the Braves went after a lot of their homegrowns, huh?
He did. They
did. A lot
did.
of Georgia kids still playing for the Braves.
Boyer and Stephen Drew met up in prep postseason play, and Stephen Drew, well, he got him.
Homered?
Yep.
High school.
High school. Bouncing ball. Yep, you got a double play somewhere in that repertoire. Blaine Boyer throws himself a ground ball. A clean inning in his debut for Arizona.
We like him.
Mark Reynolds having a nice night. A home run to right and a single to right. Josh Weitzel continuing what he did on the road trip, but just not enough offense. Willie Buckner hung around long enough to get hit pretty hard.
Well, Darren, it was that doggone fourth inning. Diamondbacks had a big opportunity, first and third, only one out, came up empty, and that ended all the momentum offensively. They have done nothing since then. 4 straight goose eggs after they missed a big opportunity to really blow the Giants out. Instead, it was the Giants that came back, got the momentum, and they haven't looked back.
I still can't believe the home run hit by Pablo Sandoval.
About how far it went?
Yeah. Living life nice and loose. We saw that earlier. 4 hits in the game, Sandoval. That one is bunted to the right side, making the veteran get off the mound. Race tag, nice play by Bobby Howard.
Well, that's a really good try there by Chris Young. The only thing about a right-handed pitcher is that when they release the ball, their momentum is going towards the first base bag. And that's just a terrific play by the veteran.
Josh Weitzel.
So when you try to bunt it past them on the first base side, their momentum is going that way when they release the ball. Brett Butler, one of the best bunters I ever saw, always went to the first base side off a left-handed pitcher and always went to the third base side on a right-hand pitcher. Rod Carew, a great bunter, was the same way.
Here's Josh Weitzel. That pitch is low. Finish the thought on Sandoval. Those 4 hits tying a career high. He's also picked up 4 hits here on April 26th. So he has enjoyed the Diamondbacks, enjoyed here. Gets to, in the warmer weather, break out those good-looking white shoes and go to hitting. The 1-0. 1-1 to count Josh Weitzel. Man, there's a lot going on. That's a dream for fans of shoes right there.
Oh, those are big league shoes. Well, no, they're not. A little too fancy for my taste, but I'm an old fuddy-duddy, Darren.
Old school?
I'm not up with the new shoes.
Well, hence you wouldn't bear that nickname. As that changeup misses away.
You ever see a Penn State football game?
That's you?
That was kind of me, the old black shoes.
Some just old school
make you
sneakers.
See, it's those shoes just made me look slow.
Okay.
That's what it is. That's what it was. I really was flying.
Yeah, see if you get you some white shoes. 2-1 the count. In on the hands. Good pitch there. Howard's been at it for quite some time. Born in Phoenix back in 1973, makes his home in Glendale. Went to McNeese State University. A long time ago was a Giants #5 pick in '94, but made hay in the big leagues with the White Sox. Then pitched in Boston, Cleveland, a Chicago Cub for a couple of years. Deer Valley High School. Two balls and 2 strikes to count. Josh hanging around. Taking a look at what's brewing, brought to you by our good friends with Miller Lite. Grab yourself a cold one right about now. Barry Zito, Doug Davis, Jonathan Sanchez, Max Scherzer. Boy, both pitchers with ERAs in the 3s combined to be 5 and 11.
Yeah, that's
12.
Tough
I should
love
say.
right there.
The 2-2.
Try to change up there and wasn't very effective.
Zito and Tim Lincecum talking there. That man expected to get on the mound this week. The sooner the better. The 3-2.
Long, good at bat there from Weitzel.
He's starting to really gain a little bit more confidence. Looks like a different hitter than the guy who was really finding his way with the long. The one thing he had long early on was his swing.
Right. Very.
And good for him.
Well, he's starting to get a little more confident, maybe not trying to do as much as he was trying to do when he first got up. Yeah, every swing he was trying to hit a 700-foot homer. Here's Chris Snyder.
Oh, and 1 to count. 8 runs, 16 hits, and no errors. 6 left on base for the Diamondbacks. 4 runs, 7 hits, and 2 errors. 8 left on base. Nice job blocking that one up. This series, by the way, you saw the matchup in a couple of days. Scherzer against Sanchez. That's a 12:40 game. Mark and I will have it for you. And don't kid yourselves. We'll be here.
We will be here with bells on. Can't wait.
Catch the game live. You have a chance to not catch the re-air. You never know what might change. The 1-1. Up and in. 2-1 the count. You like a good old-fashioned midweek day game?
I do, especially on getaway day. Now do your opponent the favor.
Yeah.
Well, they used to call it a business person special. Do they still call it that?
They do. Those are your bells that you'll have on, by the way, when you come to work. Said you'd be here with bells
I will,
on.
yeah. Need a couple more runs, though.
1, 2. No double play. 8-4 the score. Bobby Howard, the Bull Rider. Just joining us. Oh, attack mode. Juan Uribe, a home run, his first of the year. Mark Reynolds, attack, no doubt about that, to right field. The Diamondbacks looking like they were in pretty good shape. Added another run, then Stephen Drew crushed the baseball. Arizona 4 runs on the evening, then the comeback. And the onslaught began. Pablos, are you kidding me? Sandoval deep into right field. They would add on the score now 8-4. We'll talk about Pablo Sandoval. Mark Grace, we have to.
I think we have to, don't we?
West Diamondbacks Live.
He's leaving us no choice.
So we will spend time on Pablo. Shoes, as his teammates like to call him. Up here we call him Mr. Shoes.
Yeah, no kidding. I didn't see the sign, but he looked busy.
A lot going on there. A lot of work put in just to be dropped at the last minute. Make them glad that they spent 3 hours before they came to the game today.
To get a second and a half on TV.
Got to keep those signs up. Right till now. Boyer goes back. I mean, when play starts, you got to put them down. But wait.
I agree.
When you're holding them up between innings at the ball game, we're in commercial. All right. Can they find a way to stop Randy Wynn? Maybe import a player who's new to the Diamondbacks to stop him, like Blaine Boyer.
Yeah, breaking ball, strike one, fastball, strike two.
No balls and 2 strikes to count. Win, a double, a single, and an RBI. One of the best hitters ever here at Chase Field. Trying to get Matt Cain his 8th win of the year. And that pitch is in. Quick thought on Cain. He did not win his 7th game. He has 7 now. Until August 4th of last year. Great pitcher. Great ERA. That's the kind of luck Matt Cain has had. All right, Blaine, put him away. Nope, overthrew that one. 2-2 the count. We got to get to know our newest Diamondback, Mark Grace. Blaine Boyer here a little bit more over the next few days.
Come on, why don't you go to the bio?
I have the bio. But anybody can look up the bio. We got to talk to him.
All right. Should we have him on? Well, that scattered the boys in the Diamondback dugout.
Is everybody all right? It's
Brandon Webb.
Is that literally Brandon Webb and Connor Jackson together there?
I don't know. I saw Brandon Webb. I didn't see if it was Connor Jackson or not. Man.
2-2. 94 miles an hour.
Throwing hard. That looks like Doug Davis and Brandon Webb getting to know each other very well over in the dugout.
Everyone's all right.
Knock the hat off of Doug.
There's Kojak. Governor likes to call him.
One of the better nicknames.
3-2.
One of my favorites.
Well,
it's been tough without him.
Full count, nobody out.
Well, after jumping ahead 0-2, Blaine Boyer ends up walking Randy Wynn. And that man, Shoes.
Here he comes.
Strides to the plate.
He's got that approach out front of the box, a little kick and a tap dance.
Blaine Boyer just stares in.
Redheads don't put up with that. Paints the outside.
Whoa, wait a minute. Is that the real color?
I think so. 0-1 the count.
Made me a little uncomfortable, to be honest with you.
It's disturbing. 0-2. And like Miguel's song.
There's our friends right there. They can't hide. Yeah. Love a different camera shot.
0-2 the count. We look in from center field. The fastball is high, 1-2. Pablo tonight, a 4-hit night. Tying a career high. He has done it here on another occasion.
Does he have 5 in him, Darren? Does he have 5?
He might.
Yeah.
Early returns on Boyer, jumping ahead, good stuff, but just the inability to put hitters away. Missing a lot after he jumps ahead. The 2-2 to Pablo Sandoval.
Got it. Very upset at Shoes.
A whirling dervish after he misses that ball.
Good cut fastball in on the hands there. And it got by. Whoa, hey! Look at this. There's a swing. There's a swing. Strike 4. And the feller's in the wigs. Still making me very uncomfortable.
Well, then we'll move on and talk about Nate Shearholtz. Eight to 4 the score. That one dives down and away. 8 runs and 16 hits for the Giants. 4 runs and 7 hits. San Francisco coming in 29 and 27 mark. 2 games over. And they've been great at home. Where the Diamondbacks have struggled, they're 18 and 9, but they're 7 games below on the road. That one belted into left center field. Chris Young is there to make the play for the out. San Francisco Giants since May 23rd are trying to win their 11th game. And that is number 1 in the big leagues. They pitched well at 2.83 ERA. Second in the big leagues to Seattle, the team you were talking about. And they've hit well as well. 4th in the big leagues at 2.82.
That hair's getting long on the Cy Young Award winner. Starting to look like Black Beauty. That was a good horse. Did you ever read Black Beauty, Darren? It was the biography of Tim Lincecum. You know, if you're that good, I guess you can grow it out. Whoa! Nothing beautiful about that.
The 0-2. That one is away. Technical problem for a moment. Sorry about that.
Yeah, we lost you there for a minute.
I'm all right now. One and 2, the count, 2 outs. Back to the screen it goes. I have no idea where you got that from. That is awesome.
You didn't read Black Beauty?
Of course I read Black Beauty. Of course I read it.
You just, what it reminded me of.
His mane.
The flowing mane of Black Beauty.
The 1-2. Hanging breaking ball belted into left center field. Parra on the boat, so is Young. High up and over the wall it goes. It's a ground rule double. And so Uribe, he has a night. 3 extra base hits, a homer, a double, and then another double with an RBI.
Well, a hanging breaking ball. Uribe liked it. Not a lot of hang time, but Parra and Young just couldn't run it down. Mel Stottlemyre Jr. going to have a talk with Blaine Boyer. For some reason.
Hang in there, pal. We'll get a chance to use that rally cap. He's got a little edge to him now. Got to keep it right there. Runners on second and third. That double moved all the way around to third. Randy went. Very fortunate he bounced over that wall.
Yeah, saved a run, so Boyer a chance to pitch around it. He's got to take care of Jeff Franzen, who's 1 for 20 on the season.
In with the fastball. 1-0 the count, 94 miles an hour.
There's a rally cap. That was great seeing Augie wearing that rally cap in the dugout the other day, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a lot
really
of fun.
Pulling hard for his teammates. Oh boy, deep in on the hands there of Franzen. Ate him up with that fastball. Scott Snyder was really happy about that. The inside out rally cap, I like that one.
That's the original.
Yeah.
1-1 the count with 2 outs. Snyder, he backhands looked like a cut fastball there. 2-1. Lane Boyer throwing just about everything at him. Fastball, curveball so far. We've seen a changeup. Just hammers that one in.
Right up there around his neck. Got the foul ball.
D-backs 2-4 against the Giants this year. 1-2 here at Chase. 1-2 in San Francisco. Arizona won the season series last year, up 4 games and won at 11-7. Stayed in his kitchen. It's bobbled. Drew. And a run will score. Well, he made an incredible pitch. He'll tell you he should have made the play.
Now, if you're Blaine Boyer, you're really kicking yourself. Just a jam shot, easy ground ball right back to him. I mean, just misses it. I mean, this is just an easy play. And this game has become, well, rather ugly.
The third error of the ball game. They have surrendered 17 hits, and the Giants lead the Diamondbacks 9-4. And Eli Whiteside fouls that one up, and into the seats it goes. Ah, look at that. A birthday wish.
What, did it ask for an autograph? Is that what it asked? I'd be glad to, but I'd have to have some long arms.
Can we? How about they settle for a birthday wish?
Absolutely.
From Mark Grace.
Well, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Well, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, whether it's the guy or the gal. Happy birthday to you.
Fly ball, back of second base. Felipe Lopez is there. He puts it to bed. 9-4, last chance right around the corner. Happy birthday to all of you.
Happy birthday.
Fox Sports Arizona and the D-backs invite fans to the Tempe Marketplace Friday, June 19th to vote for Justin Upton. He got me. And the rest of your favorite D-backs players to the 09 All-Star Game. They're dancing out here. At least up here we are. Voting begins at 7, so come on out, vote, and watch the ball game. First 100 people who fill out ballots will be eligible for raffle prizes and coupons for the D-backs team shop. Baxter and the Rally Backs will be there cheering the team on. Autographed jerseys, balls, and game tickets will be given away. We'll see you for Shake, Rattle, and Vote June 19th. Looking forward to a copy editor getting a hold of a couple of reads tonight.
Maybe cleaning them up a little bit.
War and Peace. Brandon Metters goes to work, former Diamondback.
Our old buddy. Throwing the ball well this year for the Giants. ERA at 2.55.
One and one the count. Bouncing ball on the backhand. And in time for the out. And so now Gerardo Parra.
Keep working on it there. Keep working.
Here's Parr. Oh, 0-1 the count to Gerardo. Walked, otherwise it's an 0 for 3 night tonight. He did not go around upon appeal. Join us tomorrow. Doug Davis, Barry Zito going toe-to-toe.
A couple of veteran left-handers.
The 1-1. Hot shot on the ground, but right to second base. Ends it. Sandoval. 2 outs in the inning. And the Giants look to continue to roll along. Doug will work tomorrow.
Right fielder, Justin Upton.
And here's Justin Upton. Last chance to extend this ball game. They're down by 5.
That's a good-looking redhead right there. The beads, the hat, the shades. Oh, dear.
The play is made, and that's the ball game. Boy, Metters comes in and reminds these Diamondbacks, I still have pretty darn good stuff. A rout tonight in sorts, certainly felt like it. 17 hits for the Giants, 7 for the Diamondbacks, and good baseball continues to be played by San Francisco. They are 30.